Oh, there you are, YouTube. Doodle 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 doo. Subscribe if you're interested. No pressure. Hey, let's get to doing a random ranking. Let's go to my movie collection behind me and pick out 3 movies at random and then rank them based on whatever criteria we come up with, because I'll rank them here in the video, but you could rank them in the comments below if you wish to do so. So yeah, let's get to picking some movies. And when you're ranking, you can do it based on whatever criteria you want. You know what? Let's go from up here. Whatever criteria pops into your head based on the movies we pick. Ooh, let's get that one. That one feels sticky. What's that about? And then this one, we got to make sure not to knock over Polka Dot Man, which I've done a number of times. And then, you know what? Let's go back here. Let's go back here and see what this is. All right, 3 films. One of these is pretty pertinent. Oh, okay. Weird. All right. Okay. So, where do I start? I will start with... I'm going to just start in this order here. Okay, so first one we have Super Mario Brothers. This is the one that I was saying is pretty pertinent because we have the animated film, which was doing amazing. It has made so much money. It was my kid's very first movie in the movie theater. Search that vlog here if you're interested in watching it. The very first movie my kids ever saw in a movie theater was the Super Mario Brothers movie, cartoon, whatever, that came out earlier this year. And yeah, so it's just cool that I pulled this, I guess, because there's currently a Super Mario Brothers movie in the theater. Let's see, the Washington Post says, it's a blast. This ain't no game, though. It's a live-action thrill ride. Now, I remember being a kid and seeing this movie. I can't remember. I don't think I saw it in the... Did I see this in the theater? No, I think my mom did take me to it. I feel like I remember my mom taking me to it. But what... Yeah, so, you know, it deviates from the game quite a bit in look and style and all of that, but I remember not being that bothered by it, which is weird because my very first movie seeing in the theater, which is interesting because the cartoon was my kid's first film, but my first movie in a movie theater that I remember was Masters of the Universe. And that one I was bothered as a kid. Like, I was like, where's Orko? Where's Battle Cat? You know, this isn't correct. This isn't like the cartoon or the toys that I love so much. But here, I was just accepting what was given to me, and I wonder if that was because Masters of the Universe had sort of prepared me to don't go into a movie expecting it to be like the thing that you love. So maybe that's it. I mean, and I wasn't that big of a video game guy. You know, my neighbor, he had one that I would play. So I had played Super Mario Brothers, but it wasn't like I had a Nintendo. I've never had a Nintendo. I've only had a Sega Genesis and an Atari. Was born into the Atari. It was my dad's. And then, yeah, I got a Sega Genesis for one of my birthdays. But, yeah, again, this one didn't bother me so much, and I kind of dug it. Like, I think the aesthetic that it has sort of shaped for like what I look for with science fiction movies and things like that. I like that dirtiness, that grittiness look, that run down, the just things dripping, and darker values, and all of that just kind of worked for me. Yoshi, you know, I think if I was upset about anything, maybe it was Yoshi was just a little too literal. But, you know, again, it just didn't seem to bother me that much. Like, I recognized this is not like the game, but again, I wasn't an angry little kid about it. Next, we have 17 again. what I like about this movie is there's a friend here, this guy. So basically, like, Zac Efron is Chandler from Friends, but like Chandler from Friends gets to be 17 years old again, right? And one of his buddies, Chandler's buddies, was a nerd but grew up to be like a guy who can't afford all the cool nerdy things that he wanted. So it's like he has all the cool collectibles, all the cool movies, all the cool things you would want in your house if it basically, I just think he is who I would strive to be if I had the money. If I had the money he had, if I had Elon money, I would probably live like this dude, right? Just cover my house in nostalgic stuff and have it displayed nicely and perfectly. And that's what I like about this movie, is that guy. So that's what I mean. I like this movie, but when I see that guy, it's like, that guy is everything I want to be. Next we have Rocky 2, and I feel like out of all of the Rockies, this might be the one I've seen the least. So this one's cool because, spoilers, we know Rocky doesn't win in the first one, right? And then here we got the rematch, and then, no spoilers, I guess. But, that's really cool, but I don't know why this one is not one of my more watched ones. Maybe because it's I don't know why. I'm finding that interesting right now. It's something I've never really thought about. I love the first one. The first one is my favorite. Then probably Rocky 3, which was my favorite when I was a kid. 4, I was never that big into. But I have seen it multiple times just because it's like the one that everybody loved, I feel like, most when I was a kid. And then 5 I've seen multiple times. I don't think it's as bad as people say it is. And then you have the ones that were made many years after. And then actually I haven't seen Creed 3. Actually, I haven't seen Creed 2 or 3. But, just speaking on the Rocky films, this is the one I've seen the least. But I do like it. I just don't know why it's the one I've seen the least. I don't really understand that. But anyway, it's also the one I'm the least familiar with. And sometimes with my rankings, that can hurt a film. But honestly, just the nostalgia that I feel for the Super Mario Brothers movie. I remember talking to my aunt about it. She's only 6 years older than me, so she was at a age where she was able to go see this movie more often. And I just remember talking to her and how she had like a friend that had like loved it so much, and he had seen it like 6 times in the theater. I don't know. My neighbor, we watched this movie together. There's some nostalgia there. So I think what I'm gonna do, while I do like 17 again, I'm kind of like grown out of it, It's just like I don't really think about it that much anymore, but I do like it. So I think I'm gonna go Super Mario Brothers just for that nostalgia, then Rocky 2 because it's Rocky and it's a good movie. But I do feel bad that I haven't seen that one as much. And then I'm gonna go 17 again. Good film, but really the one character that I like, he's kind of my main reason for watching it, I think. But yeah, this is where we're at. We're gonna go Super Mario Brothers, then Rocky 2, then 17 again. I'm sure if I were to rewatch Rocky 2 like tonight or tomorrow, it would probably be number 1, but I'm just gonna put it number 2 just because it's the one I'm the least familiar with, and the nostalgia for this one is very high. So that's where we're at. My question to you, though, is have you seen these movies? And if so, what do you think of them? And if you've seen all 3, how would you rank them? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments below. And perhaps I'll see you tomorrow for more Pure Hangout.